Welcome, friends, to the second portfolio that you are going to build in our personal finance class. So this one is going to concentrate on mutual funds. And what I like is these mutual funds are going to be for your retirement strategy. When you get your 401k, 403b, whatever retirement fund you're going to have when you get that new job, or if you're investing in your Roth IRA, we need to put something in those, what we would call vehicles. And so for the IRA or the 401k, I think it would be very wise to utilize mutual funds. So most of the companies that are going to manage your retirement probably going to be a company like Fidelity, which we will use as our example because they're a friend of ours located right here in northeast Tarrant County in Westlake. So what we're going to use is going to read your directions. So here's our objective of this portfolio. Again, you're watching the video, fantastic. If you're listening to my voice, that's always the first step, trying to get you an easier way to do this. Download the template. Make sure you do that. That's the template you're going to use. Research your mutual funds. So when we use a company like Fidelity, we're looking for all sorts of mutual funds that they have. Great. Large cap. Those are large capitalized companies, very big companies, Apple, Microsoft, etc. Mid cap, small cap, international. These are the types of funds that you're going to look at. And so what we will do is complete our portfolio table. We are going to find 5 mutual funds that can be nicely diversified that you will put in your IRA or your 401k, 403b. Again, those are just characterizations by the Internal Revenue Service. Whatever one you get, we need to put the investment in them. They are not investments on their own. So that's what we're going to look at. And what I want you to find, obviously the fund name, the returns, 3-year, 5-year, lifetime returns. There's always an expense ratio. Companies always have to make money. That's fine, as long as they make us money. What's their focus area? Healthcare, technology, consumables, oil, bonds, whatever we're going to pick. We want to have some diversity. We don't want 5 of the same funds. When were they incepted? What was their date? How long have they been in business? Maybe what the risk is going to be, low, moderate, or high, and what are the top 5 companies in the fund. So that's how we look at the portfolio, the 5 you would like to invest in, and build up a nice, strong retirement portfolio. And then we're going to reflect on that. What do you like about what you created? How do they align with your retirement goals? Yeah, I know you may only be 18 or even less than that in this class, or you may be in your 20s or nearing retirement, but it goes by fast. So earlier you can start this, the more you're going to have to spend later on in life, and we like that. And again, do you believe the risk in this portfolio is fine? You're young, taking this class, even if you are nearing retirement, we still need risk. We still need the reward factor. So I would go good reward. And then it's a 300 words. So don't just say, hey dude, this is a great portfolio, love the class, bye. Again, this is your critical thinking, because when you start putting money, your own money, into something, you're going to think a lot more about that. Step 6, the AI analysis. So copy your mutual funds selection into either Chat or Microsoft Copilot, Claude, whatever AI platform you like, and ask, can you analyze this mutual fund for long-term retirement investing, my portfolio? AI will give you a response. You're going to copy that. You're going to resynthesize it. If you just do a copy and paste, then you're going to get minimal points on that. What do you think? What do you like? Is AI saying you've done a really good job here, or does it have recommendations? The goal here in these portfolios that we are building for our financial future is to start utilizing AI platforms as an extra financial advisor for each of us. makes it really, really sound investment advice, I believe. So you will submit it just like you've submitted everything in this class. You're going to go start here. This will be a portfolio template that I have for you. Good. And then of course I give a bonus opportunity on this one. So extra 5 points. So if you've done this on Fidelity or whatever investment platform you are, maybe you're doing it on Vanguard. Sometimes you can even, any type of portfolio investing app you have, M1 Finance, etc. If you can do a screenshot that you're investing in some of these companies, I'll give you an extra 5 points. Anything I can do to get you in the investment game is what I want to do. All right, so now let's look at how we would research our mutual funds. So I'm going to use the Fidelity website. Fidelity is in our backyard. They're located in Westlake, their main corporate headquarters. Wow, this could be a great company for you to start your financial career or your just career in general. Learn a lot of great things in the finance world, and they always have a training program as well. So you might want to put this on your radar. Here's what Fidelity looks like. If you want to start opening an account, you can do that right here. Right now, we just want to utilize their great research. So I can go to News and Research. So I can look at a lot of great things to increase my financial knowledge. There, get back over there. There's exchange traded funds. There's initial public offerings. We're just going to look at mutual funds. We're going to try to keep it as simple as we can. And here we go. So I'm going to look at right now, we want to look at 5. Let's look at all assets. All right, that's what we're looking at. We're going to look at the fund picks from Fidelity, and we're going to look for high returns. That's going to give us about 62 funds. If we just left that open, as you saw, 333. I really want to look for high returns right now because in the stage that you are in for this class, more than likely we need to get aggressive allocation. We want to go aggressive risk so we can really grow some retirement over the next 20, 30, 40, maybe even 50 years. Let's view those funds right there. Again, you can utilize this for your IRA. You can utilize these for your 401k. Whatever company that you're with, Fidelity may be the company that's the fiduciary responsibility that's housed in, but at least it gives you ideas of how to research. And so you can research this in a lot of different ways. You're going to see all of the funds right in here. You can look at 1, 3, 5, 10 years, lifetime of funds. So that's how I would start picking it. I would start picking it by the fund that we are looking for. So right now we could go down this route and pick a nice 3-year. There's insurance. I mean, there's equity funds right in here. I'm going to go right here and look at the fund that I picked. I picked GQG Partners, U.S. Select Quality Equity Fund Investor Share. So this is an equity, which is stock. So they are investing in the stock of large companies. Let's see their returns. They are a higher risk, they have high returns, and they have low expenses. I'm pretty excited about that. You can get a plethora of information right in here. There's the 1 year, 44% increase in 1 year of the fund. That's pretty incredible. 3 years, 18%. 5 years, 19%. Lifetime of 17%. If I quickly utilize the rule of 72, and I had 72 divided by 17, that's 4 years, my friends. It doubles every 4 years, your money. Is it going to be that way in the future? We don't know. But we know it's growth, and that's what I think you're wanting at a younger age. Again, As we mature, we may want more blended, and this is a large cap fund right in here. So this will be one of the funds you could look at. It's mainly in domestic stock, okay, and then we've got some foreign stock, and a little bit of cash, and just a few other things right in here. This will tell us what is the market sector. A lot of technology, a lot of healthcare. All right, that's basically the big blend that they have, the weight of their portfolio. Consumer cyclical stocks, communication stocks, energy, financial services. So it's certainly spread out through the economy, but you can see big things in technology and healthcare. Now, there's your summary right in here. So you can look at all of these items. Fidelity just does a really nice job of giving you some great research, hypothetically, if you've invested money, what it would look like. We have the fund inception date, 9/28/2018. It's a relatively young fund right in here, going just on 6 years, about to be 7 pretty soon. Ratios are at 0.7%. Anything under 1% is considered a really good deal, even if this was a 2% fund. Again, so the expense ratios basically mean once a year they're going to take out 0.72% of your total amount of money in that fund for their expenses. So it got up to $1 million. You're looking at about $7,000 a year that they're going to take out. Hey, I'll take that. You can have a little bit if you're giving me a lot. Net asset value, the minimum to invest is $2,500. And again, start looking at all of these different items right in here to get more research for your investments. Here are the top 10 holdings. All right, we got high tech, we have pharmaceutical, cutting edge. I think you've heard of Google. I think you've heard of Amazon, United Healthcare, a little bit of natural resources. So I have some oil and gas in there. All sorts of great information. So again, performance and risk. You can look at these items. There's the ratings. Okay, so overall Morningstar rating is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right in here. Again, the composition, if we want to go into everything that they own, you can find that right in here. Their fees and distributions, again, there's our fees right in here, and of course we could view all of it right there if we wanted to. The fund managers, again, if you want to really get yourself inundated with some great information. This is their strategy, this is the risk, and any disclosures right in here that they'll tell you about. Again, there is nothing guaranteed in the investment world, but it's looking pretty good right in here. I'm kind of excited about that. So, if that's my play, this would be one of the companies that I'm going to put of the 5 mutual funds for this project. So friends, here we are back. Now we're back to the template that I have provided for you. So once you have your mutual funds that you like, all we have to do is put them right in here. So I went ahead and selected Fidelity Select Semiconductors Portfolio. Sector, technology. Here are the 5 top companies. So for each one, you are going to list all 5 of those. When was the start date? July 1985. Oh, what a great decade the 80s were. Even though it's a while ago, wow, 40 years ago, don't say that ain't so. But 40 years this company has done very well. The expense ratio is 0.62%. Okay, it's under 1. As we said, it could be 2 or 3%, but if it's giving you the returns that you like, we're willing to pay it. The company has to make its money in different areas. The returns. 3-year returns, 55%. 5-year return, 34%. The lifetime, over 40 years, this fund has given you 16%. So if you were to basically get the rule of 72, 72 divided by 16, averaging percent, every 4.5 years, that money is doubling. Nice. Fantastic. When you put this in your project, your template, make sure that you save as. It's always a great idea. So I already have my name, mutual fund template dash my name, or you could put your name first. It really helps me grade better. And again, on your computer, and have the great folders that you have right in there. So always do that. Put your 5 together. Now, reflection. Again, type right in here. 300 word minimum. That's not that much, but I want to see your analysis. Why are you excited? The questions will remain on the actual assignment. Answer the risk. What do you like about it? And now on this section, you will do your AI component. Again, what did AI say about your portfolio? Now we have some good objective advice for that. When you're ready and you're finished, what we're going to do is simply come back here and start the assignment, get you back into the student view. I always like to go over, by the way, right down here, that's how I'm grading. 10 points, 10 points, 10 points. Good, full research, get you the full credit. Limited amount of research, limited amount of information you put in, gets you half credit. And not doing a lot at all gets you just about 0 credit there. So let's aim, my friends, for all of the 40 points. Super easy. Once you start, you know what to do. You drag your file in there and then you submit the assignment. Another portfolio in the books for you. We're building 4 different portfolios in this class to really ignite the wealth that you're going to create throughout your lifetime. Enjoy this assignment.